Hello everyone! I'm so glad you could join us today as we look ahead to what promises to be a fascinating and perhaps even challenging winter season across Europe. Whether you're tuning in from the snowy north, the rainy west, or the frosty east, there's something in this forecast for everyone. As we look ahead, the big question on everyone's mind is, what does this coming winter have in store for us? Will it be a season of gentle flurries and cozy evenings, or are we in for dramatic weather swings and record-breaking cold? The anticipation is building as the first hints of winter begin to appear in our cities and countryside. The winter of 2025 and 26 is shaping up to be particularly interesting, with meteorologists and weather enthusiasts alike keeping a close eye on the developing patterns. Early signs suggest that this winter could be one for the history books, with a mix of surprises and challenges for communities across the continent. One of the biggest factors influencing our weather this year is the return of a major climate pattern known as La Niña. This phenomenon, which originates in the Pacific Ocean, has far-reaching effects that ripple across the globe, and Europe is no exception. La Niña can shift jet streams, alter storm tracks, and bring unexpected changes to temperature and precipitation. This winter, signals point towards a season of two halves. We could see a gentle, almost deceptively mild start, lulling us into a sense of calm. But don't be fooled, forecasters warn that the real bite of winter may arrive later, bringing with it the potential for significant snowfall, icy conditions, and perhaps even some extreme weather events. Imagine strolling through a park in early December, enjoying unseasonably mild weather, only to find yourself digging out your car from a snowdrift a few weeks later. That's the kind of dramatic shift we might be facing, as the season transitions from mild to wild. These changes can catch us off guard, so it's important to stay informed and prepared. In this video, we'll break down exactly what La Niña is, how it forms, and why it has such a powerful impact on our weather here in Europe. We'll look at the science behind the forecasts, with expert insights and easy-to-understand explanations, so you'll know what to expect and why. We'll also take you on a month-by-month journey through December, January, and February, highlighting the key trends and potential surprises each month could bring. From the first frosts of December to the deep chills of January and the unpredictable swings of February, we'll cover it all. Of course, Europe is a continent of incredible diversity, and not every region will experience winter in the same way. The snowy peaks of the Alps, the damp streets of London, and the icy winds of Eastern Europe will each tell their own unique story this season. We'll explore how different areas might be affected, so you can see what's in store for your corner of Europe. Most importantly, we'll share practical tips and advice to help you and your loved ones stay warm, safe, and comfortable, no matter what the weather brings. From preparing your home for cold snaps to dressing in layers and making the most of cozy indoor moments, we've got you covered. So, grab a warm drink, settle into your favorite chair, and get comfortable. Together, let's dive into the forecast for winter 2025 and 26, and discover what's truly on the horizon for Europe. Whether you love the snow or dread the cold, this winter is sure to be one to remember. So, you've heard the name La Niña, maybe on the news or in a weather report, and you might be wondering what it actually means for you and your daily life, especially as winter approaches. The name itself sounds mysterious, almost like a secret code used by meteorologists. But don't worry, understanding La Niña is easier than you might think, and it can help explain some of the strange weather you might notice this season. But what does it mean? Let's break it down together, step by step, so you can see how this global phenomenon might affect your own neighborhood, your travel plans, or even your favorite winter activities. Imagine the vast Pacific Ocean, stretching thousands of kilometers near the equator. Here, powerful winds, called trade winds, normally blow from east to west, pushing the ocean's surface water along with them. This movement is a key part of our planet's climate engine, quietly shaping weather patterns all around the globe. La Niña occurs when these trade winds become even stronger than usual. As they intensify, they push more warm water toward the western Pacific, near Asia and Australia. This allows colder, deeper water to rise up to the surface in the eastern Pacific, closer to the Americas. The result? A large area of unusually cool water along the equator, which is the signature of La Niña. This cool water doesn't just sit there quietly, it has a powerful impact on the atmosphere above it. The temperature difference between the cool east and the warm west changes how air moves, which in turn alters weather patterns not just locally, but all over the world. It's like a ripple effect. with consequences that can be felt thousands of kilometers away. For example, La Niña can make the monsoon season in India stronger and wetter than usual, bringing heavy rains that are both a blessing for crops and a challenge for communities dealing with floods. Meanwhile, across the globe, it can also influence the hurricane season in the Atlantic, sometimes making storms more frequent or intense, and affecting coastal communities from the Caribbean to Europe. In Europe, La Niña's influence is felt through changes in the jet stream, a fast-moving river of air high above us that steers weather systems. When La Niña is active, the jet stream can dip further south, bringing colder air and more unsettled weather to parts of the continent that might otherwise expect milder winters. Of course, La Niña isn't a guarantee of any one type of weather. It doesn't mean every winter will be the same, or that every region will be affected in the same way. Instead, it acts more like a guiding hand, nudging weather patterns in certain directions and increasing the chances of particular events, like cold snaps, heavy snow, or even dry spells in some areas. By understanding this mechanism, meteorologists and climate scientists can make better predictions about what the coming months might hold. It gives us a clearer picture of why this winter might be different from the last, and helps us prepare for whatever surprises the season may bring. So, as we look ahead, remember that La Niña is more than just a scientific term. It's the starting point for our forecast, the main character in our winter story, and a reminder of how connected our world's weather truly is. Whether you're bundling up for a chilly walk or planning a holiday getaway, knowing about La Niña can help you make sense of the season's twists and turns. Now that we understand La Niña, let's explore how it interacts with another powerful force shaping our winters, the polar vortex. While La Niña is a climate pattern that originates in the Pacific Ocean, its influence stretches far beyond, setting the stage for dramatic weather events across the globe, including right here in Europe. Enter the polar vortex, a massive, persistent area of low pressure and extremely cold air that hovers over the Arctic during the winter months. Picture it as a swirling crown of icy winds, encircling the North Pole and acting as a barrier that keeps the coldest air locked up in the far north. When the polar vortex is strong and stable, it acts like a fortress, containing the frigid Arctic air and preventing it from spilling southward. This means that much of Europe can experience relatively mild and predictable winter weather, with only occasional cold spells. Under these stable conditions, cities across Europe might see gentle snowfalls, chilly but manageable temperatures, and a general sense of calm in the winter air. People go about their routines, bundled up but not bracing for anything extreme. However, La Niña can throw a wrench into this stability. By altering atmospheric circulation patterns, La Niña can weaken or even disrupt the polar vortex. When this happens, the once contained cold air is unleashed, surging southward in powerful waves. The result? Sudden and severe cold snaps that grip Europe, bringing heavy snow, biting winds, and hazardous conditions. Streets that were once clear can quickly become blanketed in snow, and daily life is transformed as people scramble to adapt to the deep freeze. Looking ahead to the winter of 2025 and 26, meteorological models are already hinting at this very scenario. The data suggests that while the early part of winter may be relatively mild, the second half could see a dramatic shift, with the risk of intense cold outbreaks increasing as the season progresses. La Niña's influence doesn't stop there. It may also encourage the development of a blocking high-pressure system over Europe. This system acts like a wall, diverting the usual flow of milder Atlantic winds and allowing colder air masses to dominate. With the high-pressure block in place, a pathway opens for frigid air to sweep in from the east or north, bringing with it the potential for prolonged cold spells, icy roads, and significant snowfall across the continent. Ultimately, it's the dynamic interaction between La Niña and the polar vortex that will shape Europe's winter weather. Their combined effects can lead to rapid changes from tranquil mild days to sudden intense winter storms. So as we approach the coming winter, be prepared for a season that may start off deceptively gentle, only to transform dramatically as the polar vortex's icy grip is unleashed. The story of this winter will be written by the ongoing dance between La Niña and the polar vortex, two powerful forces shaping our weather in ways both subtle and spectacular. As winter begins, December 2025 is expected to ease us in gently. La Niña often promotes a strong westerly flow, bringing mild, moist air. Instead of frosty mornings, expect gray skies and frequent rain. Western Europe will face blustery days, needing waterproof coats and umbrellas. In the mountains, moisture will fall as heavy snow, building a base for skiing. For city life, a mild December means fewer disruptions from snow and ice. However, don't get too comfortable, this is just the opening act. Towards the end of the month, signs of change may appear, hinting at colder weather in January. As we enter 2026, January is forecast to bring a significant shift. The mild conditions of December will retreat as blocking patterns take hold. High pressure near Greenland will divert mild winds, allowing colder air to spill south. Temperatures will drop, especially in northern and central Europe. The moisture from December will likely fall as snow, transforming landscapes. Energy demand will surge as people combat the cold. Travel disruptions may occur, with airports and roads affected by snow. For winter sports enthusiasts, January will be fantastic with excellent skiing conditions. Even lower areas may see enough snow for sledging or building snowmen. January will shape the winter landscape. February is shaping up to be the coldest month of the winter. The disrupted polar vortex will peak, setting up a high-pressure system over Scandinavia. This opens a channel for cold Siberian air to sweep across Europe. Temperatures could plummet below average for extended periods. Eastern and Central Europe will feel the brunt, with significant snowfall. Major cities may experience travel chaos due to snow. Despite challenges, February will transform Europe into a winter wonderland. Activities like ice skating and cross-country skiing will become cherished moments. Europe is vast, and this La Niña winter will impact regions differently. Northern Europe will be colder and snowier, especially from January. Western Europe will start mild but shift to cold and snowy in January and February. Central Europe will transition from mild to bitterly cold and snowy. Southern Europe will be milder and wetter, with rain in coastal areas. Eastern Europe will experience the full force of Siberian cold. Each region will face unique challenges and opportunities this winter. With a challenging winter ahead, preparation is key. Check your heating system and improve home insulation. Prepare your vehicle with winter tires and an emergency kit. Stock up on warm clothing and essential supplies. Check on vulnerable neighbors during cold snaps. Be mindful of energy usage to manage costs. Turn down thermostats and only heat necessary rooms. A little planning ensures safety and comfort this winter. While the forecast sounds daunting, winter brings beauty and opportunities. A cold, snowy winter can be magical, offering simple pleasures. Embrace the outdoors, enjoy winter sports, and appreciate nature's beauty. Winter is perfect for hygge, creating a cozy, inviting home atmosphere. Connect with friends and family and focus on indoor well-being. Approach this winter with preparation and a positive spirit. Challenges will arise, but with the right mindset, we can enjoy the season. Every day of winter is a gift, offering unique experiences. Let's find joy in the frost, snow, and warmth of home. Stay warm and stay safe.